to a new video, guys. We're joining me inside today. We're going to still do some car related stuff, but it involves us being inside. So without further ado, I'll take you downstairs and we'll start to show you what we're doing. So I've just taken the stereo out, which just comes off via this connector. You pull it, pull that tab towards you, and then this lever lifts up and the whole thing comes out. That's the bit for the stereo, and then you've got two Torx bits either side of the stereo, and they are a T25. So what we're going to do now is just pull this from the top, actually, like that, and out it comes. So take this upstairs and clean it all up and get wrapping. How bad can this go? So here I've got what I'm going to be using, which is the wrap itself, and I'll tell you about that in a sec. Sharp knife, and this was a credit card that I wrapped a microfiber towel around. It's just a nice spongy, soft but rigid surface just to try and get out any air bubbles if we have any. So this stuff I got from B&M. It was £6, I think. Might have been 7 or 8, but it was under a tenner anyway. And we've got 90 centimeters by just over 2 meters. So I'm going to cut a piece out of that, lay it over the top of that. Although I got this from B&M, the purpose of this wrap stuff is actually to coat things like your old tables, or go across sideboards and things like that. So it's not just some random wrap that I've picked up that's going to be naff. It's fairly thick. It's gloss black as well, I forgot to mention that, but it is actually for coating surfaces and that, so I'm pretty sure this will go okay. And so just before I apply this, that there is the instructions in English. So if you want to obviously read through and pause the video, and you can have a read through them yourself, just in case this is something you fancy doing. If you like the look of what I've done and what I've used, then obviously there you go. So what I've just done is been around the whole thing with a baby wipe, and I'm now just waiting for that to dry off. I'm letting it dry naturally so that there's less dust on there as possible. I feel like if I use a towel or some paper or something, then it's going to leave dust on there, which is not what you want. So I'm just going to let that dry off, and I'll just say make sure you pay particular attention to the edges here in the buttons, and then obviously around the edges and the outside, because you want it to adhere to there as best as possible so it doesn't lift when you put it back on. One thing I forgot to mention, you'll definitely need a hairdryer or some form of heat gun. What I've done is just heated up the edge, trimmed off the edge real close to it, and then I'm going to apply heat to this and try and pull it all in tight so that we can get rid of all these little bubbles you can see. Also applied heat around here, pushed it into the holes, and then I'll try and make a nice cut around the edge and try and fold it in around there, same around the middle, and then around the edges. It's going alright so far. So what I've done, I cut about 5mm tops gap all the way around, heated up one edge. I started from the side edges, heated it up, and tried to push out all the air bubbles that I could, getting it right in, heat it up again, and then push it flat. So on the inside it's flat, and yes, it is jagged because my knife wasn't sharp. So I'm going to get a new blade and finish it off. But yeah, I'm just going to do around the holes, finish that bit, the bottom bit and the sides, and then I'll come back to you and show you what it looks like finished. So I just went back downstairs to install the part, and it didn't look right. I've had to get this piece and this piece out. So all the centre consoles now taken apart. I'm going to have to wrap them because it just didn't look right with the black. And I thought, while I've got everything out ready, I might as well just take a couple extra screws out and do the last couple of bits. So I'm going to do these little bits, and then I'll take you downstairs and show you what they look like on the car. Back in the car now, and I'll try and sort this mess out. But there they are. There's the parts, and I'm pretty chuffed with some of them. That piece especially, that went really well. This bit not so well. But obviously I did this piece first, then I did that one, then that one, and then that one, and by the end of it, I feel like I've cracked it. So if I have to do it again, I'll have a better understanding of what I'm doing and how to do different things. But anyway, let's get all this back in there. There we have it, all back in. I'm very happy with how it's turned out, and for the price, £8 and probably, an hour and a half of my time, I'm really happy with it, and it's a lot more in keeping with like the black and the orange theme that I've got going on. So yeah, there's a couple of imperfections rather, like there's a bubble there and the corner's not the greatest. There's another little bubble there. I think it was a little bit of like a tiny speck of dust or something underneath it, but overall I think it looks good. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll be happy to answer any question anybody's got. And thanks for watching, guys. Catch you in the next one. 1, 2, 3, 4!